Please adhere to YouTube's selected guidelines before viewing the content of this video. I do not encourage or condone any products, actions, or behaviors shown in this video. All videos are produced in a safe, professional, and controlled environment. Please do not attempt to replicate any actions performed during the video. All actions are performed by professionals. Alrighty, so today I'm going to be cleaning my 1970s Garage Sale Briar Pipes with Everclear. And hopefully I'm going to be bringing them back to perfect smoking condition. I hope at least. I don't know anything for sure because this is my first ever time semi-restoring or cleaning old estate pipes. Who knows how this is going to go? I hope this is going to go better than not, but there's only one way to find out, now isn't there? But what are the pipes that I am going to be cleaning with Everclear today? Well, first off, I've got my Kaywoodie Campus Briar pipe right here. And I am a huge fan of how this pipe looks, so I hope I can restore it back to somewhat of decent smoking condition. I've also got my Dr. Grabow Royal Duke Bulldog style pipe as well. The vulcanite stem is very oxidized, to say the least, but that is not a concern of mine. I just want to clean this pipe up and I just want to get it smoking good again. Today, I'm not going to be doing any sort of aesthetic restoration or anything like that kind of thing. My only goal today is to get these pipes hygienic and smoking good again. And to do that, I have a couple different materials with me. I, of course, have the Everclear I previously mentioned. I've got some 151 proof Everclear with me today, 75.5% alcohol. That's a lot of alcohol, if I do say so myself. This stuff is like jet fuel, and I'm not going to be drinking any of this stuff today because I don't want to drink any Everclear. That sounds disgusting. No, thank you. I don't feel like cleaning out my organs. I'm going to be using this stuff to clean out pipes. Just imagine what it does to my body. I'm okay. No hate if you guys like Everclear kind of thing. I totally get it, you know what I'm saying? Just not my personal thing, I will acknowledge. But as said, I've got the Everclear with me today. I've also got a little bit of a pipe reaming kit with me today, as both pipes need a little bit of reaming. This pipe needs a lot of reaming, though, I will admit. There is a lot of cake on the inside of the pipe, so I've got a little bit of an Amazon reaming kit with me today, which is hopefully going to help clean out the pipe a little bit more so than not. I, of course, also have some pipe cleaners with me today to help clean the pipe out, of course, the pipes out, of course. I've also got my pipe tool just in case I need it. And then I've also got some paper towels to dump any sort of like cake I have onto, so I don't dirty up where I'm sitting at a public park right now, and to also kind of wipe some Everclear onto, just in case I dip one of the pipe cleaners into Everclear just a little bit too much. But I do suppose without further ado, I should probably go ahead and actually get to cleaning my pipes with Everclear now, shouldn't I? And trying to figure out which pipe I want to start with. I think I'm going to start with my Dr. Grabow Royal Duke, just because this one is, frankly put, in worse condition than the Kaywoodie. Now, the Kaywoodie, I think it was smoked less. Both of these pipes were bought at the same garage sale for $5 a piece, and I think this one's just simply put been smoked less because the stem right here is off-center. This stem twists on, and we can see it's off-center just because this has been moved around or something like that kind of thing. This pipe is in a little bit of better condition than the Dr. Grabow, to say the least, so I think I'm going to handle the Dr. Grabow first just to go ahead and get the dirtiest pipe out of the way. And I think what I'm going to do first is I'm going to go ahead and ream this pipe. Then after that, I'm going to go ahead and ream the Kaywoodie as well. And then after that, I'm going to go and clean both of them with Everclear. But, you know, I think I'm going to start with the dirtiest pipe first. So let's go ahead and start with the Dr. Grabow. And I think, first off, I should probably go ahead and actually get my pipe reaming kit all opened up. So let's go ahead and just get the lid off of this kit. This is just like an $18 pipe reaming kit off of Amazon and whatnot. Go ahead and put that down and whatnot. And I'm gonna start with the smallest reamer, which is this one right here. So I'm gonna go and get that out. I'm gonna go and get the handle out as well. And I'm gonna go ahead and put this on just like that. Should be all good, I'm hoping at least. Just get it on all like that. And now, let's go ahead and just stick it in, make sure it all fits. And it is a little bit snug, but it does indeed fit. And now, I'm gonna go ahead and very lightly just start turning. I'm just gonna start turning that just like that, start getting some of the cake out. And actually, before I get too far, I should probably go ahead and get one of my paper towels down on the table I'm sitting at as well. Go ahead and just put my pipe tool on that just so it doesn't fly away, so I can put all of the cake, all of the disgusting stuff coming out of the pipe onto that so I don't dirty up where I'm sitting right now. So let's just go ahead and just continue kind of just scraping that away just a little bit. I do need to be careful. I want to make sure I don't start working my way into the wood or anything like that, but just right off the bat, I'm just gonna go ahead and dump some of that out. And wow, we've already got a bunch of stuff coming out, frankly put. Get my words just a little bit jumbled up today. But we've already got a bunch of like black cake coming out. Definitely not looking super attractive to say the least. And just looking at the inside of the pipe, I'm gonna grab my flashlight out of my pocket just so I can get a better look at the inside of the pipe. I would have to say a flashlight is probably a necessity for today's video, so I'm glad I have one with me. But just taking a look at the inside of the pipe, definitely looks like we're clearing some out already. Let's go ahead and just keep at it with this size reamer just for another couple minutes, or moments, I do suppose. I think is kind of moving very smoothly now. I think we're pretty much all good. So now, what I'm gonna go ahead and do is I'm just gonna go and dump that out just a little bit once again. And I'm gonna go ahead and now take this piece off. And as you guys can tell, there is a lot of black dust on that. I'm gonna go ahead and just wipe that on my pants real quick, and I'm gonna go ahead and move a size up now. And I believe this is the next size up. So I'm gonna go ahead and put this on the little bit of a handle as well. And I'm gonna go ahead and just test fit it just like that. This one actually does not fit very well. So let's take that one off, and I'm just gonna try another one. Maybe these are not placed by size. No, this one's even bigger. Well, I guess I'm gonna have to try that one. So let's go with this one. I'm trying not to make sure I don't like scrape too much off, but okay. So that's what it is. It's just the cake is just so thick where I'm kind of having to screw my way into the pipe. That's how thick the cake is. This pipe, it looks like it's been smoked out of a lot, to say the least. It really does look like it's been smoked out of a lot. Try to make sure I don't work my way into the wood or anything like that kind of thing. I don't believe I am. So let's just go ahead and continue scraping my way in. The good thing is, this might be my first ever time trying to semi-restore or clean estate pipes. But I'm not too nervous about it, honestly, just simply because if I break one of these pipes, it's only $5 lost. I would hate to break one of these pipes. I really don't want to, of course. But if I do ruin one of these pipes, it's not like it's a Dunhill or anything like that kind of thing. It's a Dr. Grabow. Got him for $5 at a garage sale, thanks to a friend of mine. So if I break one of these pipes, it's not too big a deal, but I'd still very much prefer not to. And I'm just gonna go ahead and dump this out once again. And oh, wow, there was a lot coming out. That was a lot of fine powder as well. Oh my goodness, y'all. That was a lot, to say the least. I'm just gonna go ahead and just kind of scrape the edge as well kind of thing, just a little bit if I can. I think I might need to take my knife to the edge of this pipe, just simply because it does have a lot of cake on the edge of the pipe as well. I'm not sure how I'm gonna get that off. Maybe I should try kind of working it at an angle or something like that kind of thing. Not exactly sure. Let's just keep at it though. Just like that. And I'm just gonna check real quick, make sure I'm not working my way into the wood or anything like that kind of thing. I don't want to get into the wood of the pipe. And it does. It's kind of amusing because the cake is so thick. Like some of the cake is browned over time. And some of the cake is sort of like just flaky and like looks almost metallic. Like, I don't know if you guys can see, but some of the cake is like brown and some of it is like flaky metallic, which is really odd. But that is kind of a little bit odd, and it's making me think that I'm looking at wood when I'm really not. Turn off my flashlight before I put it down so I don't, oh man. A wasp just went right at me. That's not very fun. Let's just go ahead and continue cleaning out this pipe though. Keep going at it. I think I might be ready to move up to the next size in just a minute. Try to just use a little bit of pressure to try to go a little bit deeper. Don't want to work my way into the wood though by any means. Bunch more dust coming out. I might have to pick up the tripod in a minute to show y'all. That is disgusting. I am glad I'm not smoking out of this pipe with all this cake in it. If it was a cake from my own pipe, that would be okay, but this is an estate pipe. It's somebody else's cake, so I'm okay. Oh my God. Bugs. They be coming at me a little bit today, I ain't gonna lie, y'all. Looks like we're all good to continue going, I do believe. I'm gonna go ahead and grab another paper towel off so I don't grab this with my bare hands again and get my hands all dirty. Just going, oh, get that off. Just put that down just real quick. And I'm gonna go ahead and put the smaller one on just real quick again. And I'm just gonna go try to get a little bit deeper with it. just to try to make sure everything's like fully evenly cleaned out and whatnot. Alrighty, and I'm gonna go ahead, take this one back off now. Oh, okay, I might have to actually use my hand. I'm just gonna clean it off real quick with the paper towel, just so I don't get that black dust all over my hand once again. There we go, just like that. And I think I'm gonna move up a size now, if I can. I don't know if it's gonna let me. I wanna make sure I don't use one that's too big, but I also wanna make sure, and there we go, we've hit the wood now. So this size is too big. It is just a little bit too big because I just started scraping into the wood just a little bit. Ain't no biggie. It ain't no biggie. But I did just start scraping into the wood just a little bit. So I can say that this size is a little bit too big, so I've just got to keep going with the size I was using just a couple moments ago. Let's go and get that off, and let's go and put this one back on now. This black dust, it likes to go everywhere. Let me just show y'all what has come out of this pipe so far. So that is what has come out of this pipe so far. That does not look delicious. That does not look delicious, frankly put, y'all. Oh my goodness. Well, let's go ahead and keep going now. It's got a little bit bright, but I realized having my sunglasses on is probably a bad idea while I'm doing this. Just trying to keep this straight up and down more so than not, just so I don't scrape the edges and start working my way into the wood and whatnot. And more black powder coming out. There is no end to it. Let me tell y'all what though, y'all. This pipe has been smoked quite a bit. And it's looking like we're getting there though. It is looking like we are getting there. I'm thinking another couple minutes of this and we should be all good. That's what I'm hoping at least. I'm glad I'm sitting somewhere with not a lot of wind, and I hope the wind does not come at me by any means, because all this black dust is gonna go everywhere. And if I was sitting somewhere with wind, all the black dust would have already gone everywhere. Would not be very pleasant, to say the least. Thankfully though, these reamers are making this a very easy process. Very, very, very easy process. I really cannot complain. I was looking for reamers to make this video because I've had these pipes for a couple months now, and I've wanted to try getting them back to good smoking condition for a while now. But a lot of the reamers I was looking at online, they only work on like really big pipes, which is odd. Whereas these, they seem to work on both big and small pipes. But it's just like a cheapy Chinese-made Amazon kit kind of thing. It's not from like any reputable company by any means. But this was the best option because the other options didn't seem like they would even work if I wanted to ream a corncob pipe or something like that kind of thing. And certainly not on these pipes, just with how much cake they have in them. Oh, and the wind just picked up just a little bit and it kind of flew everything that way. I'm gonna move my backpack back. My backpack's next to me, so I'm gonna move that back just in case all the dust wants to go everywhere. Hopefully it does not. But I think that was all there was I could get out with that size pipe cleaner. And just taking a look at the inside of the pipe. Now the inside of the pipe looks way better. Let me tell y'all what. Wind is picking up just a little bit now. The inside of the pipe looks insane amounts better. I'm gonna go ahead and take one. I'm gonna go and take my pipe tool and I'm just gonna try to scrape the inside of it with this little tongue as well, just while I'm looking through with my flashlight in my mouth. In all honesty, I may have very well jinxed myself because now it's getting windy. I'm gonna go ahead and just ball this paper towel up and just make it where nothing can get out so it doesn't just go everywhere. And I am going to put my water bottle on top of it so it really doesn't go anywhere, and I'm gonna throw that away after this video. The wind is picking up though, so went ahead and just balled that up just so the black dust does not go everywhere and so I don't dirty up where I'm sitting right now because I'm sitting in a pretty nice spot at a public park. Don't wanna litter it, don't wanna dirty it up or anything like that kind of thing. But this pipe right here is looking a lot better than it was. I don't think it's really fully cleaned out, but I believe we've hit the wood. So I think that is close enough in all honesty. I think what we're seeing right there Just let me just see if I can get that position properly for y'all. Turn up the brightness. Yeah, there we go. Yeah, y'all can see it a little bit better now. I think that should be good enough. That's looking pretty well reamed to me, and that's definitely looking a lot better than it was at the very beginning of the video. There was like a solid probably 1/8 of an inch of cake in the pipe, but now it's pretty much all clean, and now I've just got to run it through with some Everclear and just kind of clean it up just a little bit more, stick a paper towel in there and everything like that kind of thing, and then after that I'm thinking it should be all good to smoke. So this pipe all reamed. It took me a little bit longer than not, but it's better to take your time with this stuff than be fast and sloppy. Now I do think it's time for me to go ahead and ream my Kaywoodie as well. Just taking a look at the inside of my Kaywoodie, it definitely does not need as much reaming, but it definitely does need a little bit of reaming nonetheless. There's a decent amount of cake towards the top, but not really a lot towards the bottom, so I've just got to try to get the cake towards the top all off, and then after that I think it should be all good to smoke out of after I clean it as well. I'm gonna go ahead and just get this piece all off of the little handle I've got, so let's just get that off. Go put the smaller one on. This definitely has a much smaller bowl than not, so I want to use the smaller one, and actually the smaller one might be too small, frankly put, but let's go ahead and start reaming the Kaywoodie as well. And yeah, really not much coming out. There's really not much with this small one. I was thinking this small one is probably gonna be the best one, but no, apparently not. I'm moving a size up now. So let's go ahead and try using the size up. Oh, there we go. That's, gets a little bit of scrapey noise and stuff like that kind of thing. That's how you know it's working. And just taking a look, wow, that just cleaned it right out, right out. Let's go and just go with the flashlight. And that is actually looking all good now, frankly put. It's actually looking all good now. I'm gonna go ahead and just move all this back real quick, and I'm just gonna go ahead and use my other paper towel that I've got that is now trying to fly away because it's getting a little bit breezy over here. I think I jinxed myself. I'm gonna go and take all that dust off. And just taking a look, that is how much dust came off of that one little bit of cake. Not even a lot of cake, just a little bit of cake. I think I'm gonna keep at it just for another moment or two, just make sure I get everything else off as well. Although I think I might be scraping into the side of the pipe. So I think I might just leave it at that and go at it a little bit with my check pipe tool. Alrighty, y'all, and there we go. I believe that is all good. I'm still seeing a little bit of cake, just a tiny bit. Let's see, just taking a look at the inside. I'm still seeing a little bit of raised area, so I think there's a little bit more cake. And just like that, I think it is all gone. I think we are all good now. That is looking much better than it was, frankly put. Although the difference is definitely not as dramatic as it was with the Dr. Grabow. The Dr. Grabow just had so much cake, it was ridiculous. But before my flashlight heats up too much, I'm gonna go ahead and just get everything out of both of the pipes, just kind of tap them both on the table I'm sitting at right now. And now I'm gonna go ahead and fold up this paper towel as well, just to make sure the cake that I got out of the Kaywoodie does not go everywhere as well. I'm gonna go ahead and just put this down on top of the other paper towel, which my water bottle is on top of. Just put that down just like that. And now, I do think without further ado, it might be time for me to go ahead and actually start cleaning my pipes with some Everclear. So I'm gonna go and grab myself a little bit of a paper towel real quick. I'm gonna go and just fold that, put that down, and I'm just gonna go ahead and clean off all of these just real quick, just to go ahead and get that over with, just so I can go ahead and just make sure everything's all clean and whatnot. Let's go ahead and clean up all of this real quick. And Now, I'm gonna go ahead and get my bag of pipe cleaners right here. I should have probably grabbed some like bristle pipe cleaners as well, but I didn't do that. That's my bad. I was thinking about doing that this morning, but I just completely forgot to before arriving here at this park. And I'm just gonna go ahead and grab just a couple pipe cleaners out. Probably gonna need more than just this, but I'm just starting with a couple. And what I'm going to do first off is I think I'm gonna clean the stems first off. I think that's what I'm gonna do first, and then after that I'm gonna move to the tenons, and then after that I'm gonna move to the bowl. So I'm just gonna move my way towards the bowl of the pipe, and I think I'm gonna start with the Dr. Grabow, actually, not with the Kaywoodie. Now I do want to acknowledge I have already soaked both of the stems in dishwater, just to try to get them a little bit cleaner than not. That really didn't do anything though. So I'm thinking the Everclear is going to have a pretty large effect today. Let's go ahead and get my bottle of Everclear all opened up now. Let's go and give it a little bit of a smell. Oh my God, it smells like straight up, like jet fuel and grape. I hate grape, like flavored stuff, and this, no joke, has a grape flavor. That smells disgusting. What I'm gonna do first is I am going to just make sure I have no little bits of anything on this pipe cleaner. And then after that, I'm gonna go ahead and just fold it just like that. And I'm just gonna go ahead and take it and dip it in the Everclear, just like that. And I'm just gonna go ahead and just dab it just a little bit on the paper towel. And I am now just gonna go ahead and stick it in the end of the pipe, if it wants to fit. And I am getting Everclear, well, we can see it's already making a difference. I got Everclear all over my hand though. I think I maybe should have not folded it. Oh man, my hand smells so bad. If I get pulled over on the way home, the dude's gonna be like, bro, why do you smell like straight ash and Everclear? Be like, sir, I swear I wasn't drinking. I was cleaning out my pipes with Everclear and the Everclear got all over my hands, I swear. But let's go ahead and try that again. Grab another pipe cleaner, dip it in the Everclear, and let's go ahead and just dab that just a little bit on the paper towel, and then just stick it in just like that. And I'm getting Everclear all over everything, and wow, oh man. So we see it's white on this side. Y'all see what this color is on the other side? Yuck, that is disgusting. That is so gross. That is so gross. Got Everclear all over my hand once again and all over the outside of the stem. I'm glad I took the stem off of the pipe to clean it, because otherwise there would have been Everclear all over the outside of the pipe, and that is not something you want to do. You do not want to do that, because it will take the varnish off your pipe. That was disgusting though. That was so gross. Oh my God. And wow, the Everclear is taking the oxidation right off the... Wow, the Everclear is taking the oxidation right... Not really right off, but it did clear some of the oxidation off of the stem as well. Oh my goodness. That was gross though. Oh my God. Y'all see this pipe cleaner? Yuck. I want to wash my hands after this. Oh my God. Let's do that again. Got to make sure this is clean after all. Got to run a pipe cleaner through it until it comes out clean, or at least mostly clean. Get that going through there. Yuck. Yuck. Oh my God. Yuck. Another one done. That is disgusting. I'm so glad I have paper towels with me today. Wow. That is, there's so much grime. I think whoever used this pipe never cleaned it. I literally think they never cleaned it. I swear. Oh my goodness. Wow. I am so glad I am using Everclear and not just trying to go with like dishwater or anything like that kind of thing. That's what I tried to do, and it really did not do anything. So I'm glad I'm going for the Everclear. Let's do it again. Let's do it again, y'all. Just a little bit of Everclear this time. Just kind of wipe it on the paper towel and just get that in there, just like that. And once again, brown, straight brown coming out the other side. Oh my God. Let's take a little bit of a different approach now. And what I'm going to do is I am going to fold it over once again like I did with the first one, but I messed that one up. So I'm just gonna go ahead and fold this over just like that, because the Dr. Grabow normally comes with a 6mm filter, so the metal piece right here needs to be cleaned as well. So let's just go ahead and just dip that just a little bit and just dab that, and now clean this metal piece as well, just like that, and just stick that all the way in there and just move back and forth, just cleaning it out and whatnot, just like that. clean your estate pipes, y'all. Y'all find a pipe at the thrift shop and make sure to clean it out before using it. Make sure to clean it out. Yeah, I'm not like a germaphobe or anything like that kind of thing, but I am so glad I'm not smoking out of this pipe. Not yet. Not yet. I'm so glad I am deep cleaning it. I'm so glad I am. And like, this is after letting both of these stems sit in dish soap, sit in like soapy water for like, I don't know, like 3 or 4 hours kind of thing. And then I got them out, I dried them, and then I ran a couple pipe cleaners through and they did not do anything. This is doing so much more. Oh, yuck. Oh my God, that's worse than the first one. I'm gonna need a lot of pipe cleaners today. Hopefully I don't run through my entire bag of pipe cleaners. That would not be very good. Let's give it another go now. More Everclear. Just like that. Try to use the pipe cleaner to the fullest extent. It just keeps coming out the exact same. It just keeps coming out the exact same. Oh my God. Oh my God, that is so bad. That is so bad. Well, let's get more pipe cleaners out of my little bit of a bag right here, and let's go ahead and keep at it. I think I'm gonna need a bunch of pipe cleaners, so I'm just gonna get a bunch out. Glad I've got like almost a full bag of 100 with me today. That was definitely a good idea to have on hand. Let's just do another one where I just run it straight through. Just a little bit, and just dab that. Run it straight through now. Just like that, and oh, yuck, 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 yuck. That is so gross. Do that again. Yuck. Let's run a dry one through now. Just to soak up some of the Everclear, just to not soak this up too much. And we can see without the Everclear, it definitely has a lesser effect. And I'm thinking to dip this in Everclear and then do it again. Just because this one looks like it has a little bit more life left in it. And yeah, with the Everclear, it just came through so much more brown. Oh my God. That is disgusting. That is so gross. That is so gross. And I'm just looking at the inside of this just right now, and there is still so much left. There is still so much left. Oh my God. Wow. I think whoever had this pipe literally never cleaned it out. I am confident in saying that. Let's see. Am I supposed to be able to fit this? I have no idea if I am. Well, I'm gonna go. Oh. Never mind, that doesn't fit. Never mind, I was gonna try to fit this like down there, but it actually does not fit. Yeah. Yeah, because I was gonna try to see if this is supposed to be wider than not, and I think it is, but I don't think I'm gonna have any luck with that for the moment. Yeah, it would literally just, excuse me, it would literally just be easier for me to get a replacement stem from Dr. Grabow, and I think they still offer replacement stems for the Royal Duke Bulldogs. Yeah. Low-key, I might just do that anyway, because this is a vulcanite stem, and I don't really know how to care for vulcanite stems. But I'm gonna clean this stem today nonetheless. Go just do that again. Oh man. I feel like it might be getting a little bit better, but not really much. Not really much in all honesty. Basically, just gotta keep doing this over and over and over again. Let's go and do it the other way now. Just like that. And I'm thinking now I'm gonna go ahead and fold it over again and try that once again. I do feel like it's definitely getting better. I do definitely feel like it is. I feel like while they're still coming out really dirty, they're not coming out like fully black anymore, per se. So I hope it's getting a little bit better. Yeah, like the ends of this are not really brown at all, but also it's not really folded back the best. Try that again. Come on, go in there. There we go. Yeah, now it's getting brown. Oh, and I just hit my hand with that. Grab my paper towel. I'm not gonna wipe that on me. Okay, yeah, stuff's still coming out black. Oh, I think that's gonna be my new priority, is trying to do the fold over to clean it. I think that's probably gonna be best for me to do, I'm thinking at least. Let's go ahead, just grab a little bit more. Stick it in there once again. You just kind of, what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna kind of fold these back, and I'm just gonna twist, just like that. And I'm just gonna keep at it. I'm just gonna keep at it. I am so glad I used some of this Everclear. I practiced a little bit on one of my corncob pipes by just cleaning out one of my corncob pipes a couple weeks ago when I first bought this Everclear. And wow, that is so gross. And I'm so glad I'm doing this outside today, because after just cleaning one of my corncob pipes with Everclear, my entire room smelled like Everclear. I could have probably just not kept the cap off of the Everclear like I'm doing right now and like I did back then, but that's just easiest. So that's what I'd be doing. Cleaning it out just like that kind of thing. Going a little bit deeper now. I do feel like it's getting a little bit cleaner. It's not significant. I have so far gone through this many pipe cleaners. I have so far gone through a ton of pipe cleaners. Oh my goodness. Well, at least we're making progress. At least we're making progress. I can say that. Go and just get a bunch of the little strands that want to come off so they don't go into the pipe. I haven't been doing that as much as I should be doing. So let's go ahead, do this again now. Go and just get that shoved in there, just like that. And just keep at it pretty much. My goodness, y'all. This is an experience in this is a lesson in patience. I am not that patient of a person, and this is trying my patience. I'm just like, please clean out already. Just come out clean already. But I know it's not going to, and yeah, it's just gonna keep coming out looking like this time and time and time again. Let's just take a look at the inside of the pipe and see if I'm really making any progress at all. And it does appear like I am making a little bit of progress. I think what I'm gonna try to do now is I'm gonna use a dry one or two. Try to just get some of the Everclear out of there and whatnot. See if I can just kind of scrape everything that the Everclear is kind of scraping off. Just like that. This one's definitely not coming out as gunky, but definitely still not great either. I'm gonna dunk this one now in Everclear, so you definitely do not want to drink this Everclear now, because I just used a pipe Tari pipe cleaner. I just dipped that in the Everclear, so you definitely don't want to sip my Everclear anymore. And I certainly don't want to sip either, and let's go and just clean this out just a little bit more. You know, you can definitely tell the difference that Everclear makes. That's how big of a difference it makes. With a dry one, you're not really getting much, but with the Everclear, it just works so good. It just soaks it straight up. Let's go ahead and just run a couple more pipe cleaners through now. What I'm gonna do as well is I'm gonna try to clean off these sides that are not really getting super clean, just like that. There we go. That's definitely getting better. It's definitely getting better. It's not great though, but it's definitely getting better if you ask me. And yeah, well, I can't complain. Let's go and do that again. Definitely one of the things that I'm trying not to do is like touch where the Everclear is. I'm just not big on touching the alcohol and getting it all over my hands and stuff like that kind of thing, but that's really something I should be a lot more willing to do, just because it's gonna help a lot with getting everything clean and whatnot. Although I really don't want to touch where everything is like super dark and tarry and disgusting. Yuck. Yuck. Go and put that back. And this pipe stem now smells like straight Everclear. No surprise, of course. Just looking, I'm still seeing a decent amount of like stuff that's just kind of in there and it's just kind of in the way and whatnot kind of thing. This, it's just like straight tar. It's just like straight tar in there, y'all. I ain't gonna lie. Yeah, that is, I literally think whoever had this pipe literally never cleaned it out. Oh my God. Oh my goodness. It is so gross. It is so gross. Let's keep at it though. I'm gonna have to get more pipe cleaners out of the bag in just a minute. I really hope I don't run out of pipe cleaners today. I very well might. This is like $4 worth of pipe cleaners. I'm using $4 worth of pipe cleaners on $5 pipes. Too funny. I'm sure I could more efficiently use my pipe cleaners in like some way, shape, or form, and I'm just not. But it's okay. It is what it is. And let's go ahead and just taking a look at like the first couple pipe cleaners I used. It's definitely getting better. Like I can definitely tell like the sort of color of everything coming out is a little bit less intense now. It's not nearly as bad. Oh wow, and I've got like that black dust just all over the back of my hand. But it's definitely not as bad now, but it's still coming out pretty dang grimy. Let's go ahead, go for it again. I'm just gonna dip this one like hella in. Hella in, get a lot of Everclear. Try to really soak this thoroughly. Something, explicit joke. Something, me with your mom. Oh God, that is so gross. Yuck, that is disgusting. And here I was thinking everything was getting better. That is so gross. Oh my God, that is disgusting. Everything is not getting better, it's still disgusting. Okay, let's get more pipe cleaners out of the bag. Let's get more out. Oh my God. Well, I might run out of pipe cleaners today. The worst case scenario is that I ran out of pipe cleaners, but I don't think I'm running out of any Everclear. I don't think I'm going to. I've still got plenty Everclear left. Doesn't even look like anybody's ever taken a sip. Go put everything else off to the side, just like that. That all like that. And well, let's keep at it. Hopefully I have enough pipe cleaners for the Kaywoodie as well. We'll have to find out. But we're making progress. We are making progress. It's just not very fast progress. It's taking time. It's taking time. This is definitely like a good thing to do like in front of the TV or something like that kind of thing, if you ask me at least. Just because you can just kind of sit here and mindlessly do this really easily. Something, me with your mom. There we go. I do feel like it's getting a little bit better though. Let's just try using just a one without any Everclear on it. And there's just a lot of like strings from this pipe cleaner just kind of flying around right now. And this one, it's coming out brown, but it's not coming out like super insanely dark by any means. It's really just with the Everclear that it's coming out really dark. Kind of looking at it. Oh yeah, the hole, it's looking clean. Okay, so I'm thinking definitely gonna have to do more. And I'm definitely gonna be, before I smoke out of this, I'm definitely gonna be rinsing it through with some water and whatnot just to get all of the hairs from the, just dropped that on the table by accident, just to get all the hairs from the pipe cleaners off and whatnot. Definitely one mistake I made for today's video. I should have definitely brought like hard bristle pipe cleaners. I had the opportunity to buy some a couple days ago and I was thinking about buying some today before this video, but I regrettably did not do that. That would have definitely made this a lot easier than not, but I'm still making progress even with the like super soft pipe cleaners. But definitely if you're doing this, you want some bristle pipe cleaners for sure. is definitely a good idea to get. You know, it's really only coming out like yellow now. I think what I really need to focus on now is folding it over in like really the filter area. That's really what I need to focus on now. So let's go ahead and just start focusing on that a little bit more heavily than not. Dip it in and clean. And as we can see, it's still coming out much darker than not for that area, but it's definitely lightening up. It's definitely not as dark as it was. So we're making good progress. I'm thinking this should be more clean than not in a little bit. Will it be clean enough for me to want to smoke through? I'm thinking I'm just gonna say yes. I'm thinking I will. As long as it's not as disgusting as it was, I'm willing to smoke through it. Hopefully with all of the alcohol that's going down through this, hopefully I don't get herpes or AIDS or SNAIDs from this pipe or anything like that kind of thing. Let me put it that way. I hope I don't. Not a professional pipe cleaner, but this has given me some good experience. This has definitely given me some good experience. I'm glad I'm having this experience today, to say the least. I can't believe though, I was literally thinking that this was gonna be like a 20-25 minute video. We're 40 minutes in and I'm still cleaning just the first pipe. It took me over 10 minutes just to ream the Dr. Grabow. I have been cleaning the same pipe for 20 minutes. So that just goes to show y'all how much of a pain it is to clean some really dirty pipes. So reminder y'all, if y'all smoke pipe, don't let your pipe get to this. Clean your pipe every once in a while. I clean my pipe every 2 smokes lightly, and I clean my pipe with Everclear like every 20 to 30 smokes. So unless you guys want to be sitting here for 40 minutes trying to clean out your pipe, don't let your pipe get to this. Excuse me. Put my water bottle back on the paper towels just so they don't fly away. I'm just smelling my hands. They do smell a little bit more like Everclear than not, but not like insanely so, which I'm actually happy about. And man, just looking out over the field stretching out in front of me, it is a beautiful day. Y'all can see in my glasses lots of clouds, beautiful field in front of me. It is a beautiful day. Glad I'm sitting where there's really no wind though, because it is a little bit breezy today. It's not like super windy by any means, but it is a little bit breezy. Just gonna keep cleaning my pipes though. Yeah, this is a much longer video than I thought it was going to be though. I really was not expecting this video to be over 25 minutes, frankly, but I thought that this was gonna be like, oh yeah, it's not that hard to clean. No, turns out it takes a lot of time. Maybe if I had the bristle pipe cleaners, maybe it would have taken a little bit less time. But these are definitely coming out cleaner. I'm gonna go and use a dry one again. Excuse me. I'm just trying to figure out like at what point do I want to just decide it's clean enough? Like I want it to come out clean, like I want the pipe cleaner to come through and it still look like completely fresh. But frankly put, I just don't think that's gonna happen. Like I think there's just a certain level where I need to be like, okay, this is just good enough, and I'm trying to figure out what that good enough level is. Like it's still pretty dirty even with a dry pipe cleaner, so I'm gonna keep at it. Yeah, still gross, still gross. I have literally used like probably over 50 pipe cleaners now. I've used a lot of pipe cleaners. Yuck, that is disgusting. There's just a little bit of piece on the outside of this that I want to get off. How do I get that off? Not sure. I have to figure out how to get that off or something. Not exactly sure. But at what point do I want to declare it's good enough? I don't know. I don't know what point I want to declare it's good enough. Like, I want this to be as clean as possible. But also, at some point, I'm going to run out of pipe cleaners. I brought 100 with me. I thought I was all good if I had 100. Apparently not. Apparently not. Definitely bristle pipe cleaner is the move. It's definitely the move for this. I feel like I'd already be way further in than I am if I was using a bristle pipe cleaner. Yeah, that is still coming out just so gross. And just looking at the inside, it still looks just so dang tarry, just so dang tarry. I literally think this guy never, ever, ever cleaned out his pipe, ever. Oh my goodness. So gross, so gross. Well, I mean, like, hey, that's just how it be. Pipes used to be seen as a disposable thing. Not so much anymore, but they used to be seen as a disposable thing. You just use them till they're gross enough and for you not to want to use them anymore, and then, well, you don't use them anymore, and that's really all there is to it. Used to be seen that way. Not so much anymore. Even corn cobs aren't seen that way so much anymore. Still more so than briars, for sure, but still, not to any insane degree. Still coming out very yellow. All right, I'm afraid I'm gonna run out of pipe cleaners before my Kaywoodie, so I think what I'm gonna do is I'm just going to declare good enough at this point in time. I have cleaned it out. I wanted to clean it all the way to fully fully restored and mean by words all jumbled up. I wanted to get it like fully restored to like perfect smoking and everything like that kind of thing. Not for aesthetics, just for like perfect smoking and whatnot. I think what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna declare this good enough. I'm gonna run 2 more pipe cleaners through, both dry, and I'm just gonna get the rest of the gunk out that I possibly can out. And then after that, later on, I'm either gonna go get some bristle pipe cleaners, or honestly, I'm just gonna order a new stem from Dr. Grabow. But I still actually need to clean out the tenon of the pipe as well. I still need to clean out this little bit and the bowl. So I need to go ahead and hurry this up. So let's just go ahead. Plus, I need to clean out the stem of the Kaywoodie as well, which hopefully should be a lot better. So I put that in there, just like that. Something, something. Me with your mom last night. Haha, got him. Is your mom a pipe stem? Because I'm a pipe cleaner. There we go. Alrighty. Well, I'm just gonna declare that good enough for the moment. I don't know if this stem I have no idea what I'm gonna have to do to get the rest of the gunk out. I might just declare this a loss, frankly, but we are at 50 minutes and I've been trying to clean this same stem for like the last 30 minutes. I might just have to declare this a loss. Let's go ahead and start on the Kaywoodie stem though. Yeah, as I said, I might just declare that stem a loss. I might very well just, frankly put, I might very well just either get a new stem or I'm probably going to use bristle pipe cleaners. I think I'm going to go have to pick some up after this video. But I cleaned it as much as I could. I don't feel like I wasted my time by any means, and this certainly was a very good learning experience. Have bristle pipe cleaners, or learn when to give up on a stem and just get a new stem and just use just the pipe part itself. Let's go ahead and start cleaning this though. One thing I do want to clarify first off, the pipe thing itself right here is misaligned by a decent degree. That's okay though, it's still smokable. I tried fixing it last night. I heard online that you could heat this up and then kind of twist it back. So I tried doing that with my Leatherman and a Bic lighter last night. It didn't work. It started smelling really bad and I ended up scraping the hell out of this. So I don't recommend trying that unless you know what you're doing. Let's go ahead though and start cleaning out this stem though. And I hope it cleans up a little bit easier than the Dr. Grabow stem, to say the least. And since this has a stinger, it's really not wanting to clean very easily. Let's try sticking it in the other way as well, without poking myself on the stinger. And right off the bat, this is way easier to clean. Like, there's still gunk coming out, don't get me wrong, but it's just not nearly as much gunk. Not nearly as much gunk. Let's try just looking at this. Oh, just looking down the stem. Oh, wow, it is just like way cleaner. Like looking down this one. Like this one is pretty dang clean now. Yeah, just looking down the stem. Like this one, in comparison to what it was, like there was just gunk and everything everywhere. Just looking down it. Like if I tried looking down this, I could barely see light on the other side. Now it is like way, like we can actually see through the pipe like that. You could not do that previously. You can kind of do that with this pipe just a little bit, to an extent, and I have barely cleaned out this pipe, so that's just or this stem, so that's just a testament to how clean this stem is in comparison to the other one. But I think I might just declare the Dr. Grabow stem as a loss for this moment in time. But this one's already like just cleaning up really well, kind of thing. I wonder if it's because this pipe is unfiltered rather than filtered like the Grabow, or I wonder what it is, I'm not sure. There we go, just like that. We can see, yeah, it's just cleaning right up. This pipe is way cleaner than the Dr. Grabow. The Dr. Grabow was filthy. Oh my goodness. Let's go and try it. Let's go and do this again now. Get those edges as well. Oopsies, kind of bending this just a little bit, just with force. Not my goal. There we go. Yeah, it's cleaning up much nicer than the other one. Maybe it's because of the material. It could also be because of the material, because this stem is vulcanite. This stem is plastic with a metal insert. And I imagine metal probably gets clean a little bit easier than vulcanite, and maybe plastic as well. Maybe vulcanite kind of like soaks up everything. I'm not sure. It could very well just be a vulcanite versus plastic thing. I'm not exactly sure what the difference comes down to, like cleaning wise, frankly. But what I know I like is my acrylic stems, though. My acrylic stems, oh my God, you just like shove Everclear through them and then they're just like instantly clean. They're really nice, so easy. And that seems to be very much what's going on with this one. I am almost done cleaning this one, whereas with the Dr. Grabow, maybe it was just that filthy, but it was so, I think it might have been just one, the fact that it's a filtered pipe, and two, the fact that it's vulcanite. That might be it, because literally, this is coming through almost clean now. I have used like 5 pipe cleaners, and this is almost coming through perfectly clean. That is kind of scary, frankly put. In a good way, Just when compared to the Dr. Grabow, this is way better. There we go, just like that. Get a little bit of something right there. Definitely gonna have to run both of these through with water though, for sure, just because there's so many hairs getting in there from the pipe cleaners themselves. Get all that off. And I think I'm just gonna need a couple more, and then this is gonna be all done. This one is literally running through clean. Yeah, this one's literally running through clean. Sweet, we're done. That's it. Let's run a dry one through, and then that's gonna be it. Wow, this was so much easier to clean. So much easier to clean, oh my God. Yeah, literally running it through. That's still clean. That is literally still clean. Well, there we go. Kaywoodie stem, all cleaned up, y'all. Just gotta run some water through it, and it is all good. Also, just get all that hair out and whatnot kind of thing. So, that stem is still perfectly usable. Well, now, I do suppose it's time for me to go ahead and actually start cleaning the actual pipes themselves out. I am going to, first off, use some pipe cleaners to clean the tenon out right here. And then after that, I think what I'm gonna do is I am going to use a little bit of a paper towel, and I'm just gonna get a little bit of a dab of Everclear on it, and then I'm just gonna kind of wisp it around with my pipe tool inside the pipe. And be very careful not to get it on the outside, because it'll take the varnish right off. And that's going to be it right there. And I want to make sure I'm really careful with the Kaywoodie, because I really like the varnish on this pipe. I love the grain on this pipe. I think it just looks so dang good. I think first off though, I'm going to go ahead and just get that going through, just to clean it a little bit with a normal one. And I think I don't really need to fold this or anything like that. This stem is just too small, so I'm just going to go ahead and dip that a little bit in Everclear, get that all off. I want to make sure I don't get any on the varnish or anything like that kind of thing. And I'm just gonna go ahead and just clean it out just like that. And that's coming out a little bit dirty, to be expected. No really big surprise by any means. Let's go and use another one. And I'm getting a little bit of reddish sort of off, so hopefully there was no varnish coming off or anything like that kind of thing, not from what I can tell. Do it again. Just like that. Definitely some stuff coming out. Just take a look. Oh yeah, there's definitely some gunk in there for sure. Definitely some gunk in there. So definitely gonna work at that. I think I might try, I don't know if I can fit a folded over stem, but I might try. I can fit. All right, that's gonna be very easy, or very helpful. Oof, that is coming through gunky. It is definitely a little bit more gross now. There we go. But it's still gonna clean up easier than Dr. Grabow though. Seriously, I cannot believe we are almost at an hour in this video now. I really genuinely was not expecting this to take this long. If I had known this was gonna take this long, I would have brought my ashtray with me, and I would have been smoking pipe while doing this. But I genuinely only thought this is gonna take like 25 minutes. I do want a cigarette though. I think I might literally just have one. Got some Liquid New Edition cigarettes with me today. And I have one of these while I'm kind of working just a little bit. Because I could definitely go for a smoke right now. Although, actually, having a cigarette while having an open bottle of Everclear is probably a really bad idea, because this stuff is like super flammable. So I'm gonna keep that away from me. I'm gonna keep that like very far away from me. And also, having a cigarette while having a stack of Everclear soaked pipe cleaners is probably a really bad idea. Might have been a bad idea. That's okay. I was not expecting to smoke in today's video, but here I am. I need a cigarette. After all, might as well have one. And this one is definitely already coming through a little bit cleaner than I'm surprised it's coming through as being like reddish. Like, it's not coming through like it's looking like tar or ash. It's like red, like it's like staining or something like that kind of thing. Like, it seems like I'm getting the stain all off. I hope I'm not getting any sort of stain off. Maybe they just soaked this in staining, so maybe the entire pipe was stained or something like that kind of thing. I'm not exactly sure, but it's sort of a reddish thing coming off. I hope it's okay. I hope I'm not damaging the pipe by any means. And this is definitely the way to do it. Smoking while cleaning a pipe, that's the move. Yeah, the only thing that's coming off is red. I don't know what that is. I don't know what that is. What might the red be? Could that be varnish or staining? I'm not sure, in all honesty. Well, they're definitely getting cleaner though, so definitely making progress. And I think I'm just gonna finish off the cigarette real quick. It's getting pretty low. Wow. I know I keep saying it, but I really genuinely was not expecting this video to take an hour. I don't know if I'm gonna edit down this video or if it's gonna be unedited. I think I'm gonna leave it unedited so y'all can go through my pain with me. Just stop that out of the ground now. Just like that. There we go. And go ahead and put my cigarette butt in the side of my backpack. Gotta make sure I'm not littering or anything like that, of course. And I think what I'm gonna do now is I'm gonna go and take a dry pipe cleaner and I'm just gonna send it through and see if I can just get any of the gunk off with the dry pipe cleaner. If it comes out clean, I'm just gonna clear that good enough. It's coming out pretty clean. Yeah, not too bad. I think I'm gonna do that again. Low key with the Dr. Grabow one, I'm probably gonna try to clean it more later on, but just gonna have to clear it good enough for now. But I am gonna give it a smoke just after I clean it more, and I'm gonna try to get it fully cleaned. But I think probably what I'm gonna end up doing with it is I'm probably just going to use it as a spare one, and that's coming through. That's clean enough for me. I'm gonna go ahead now, just kind of start going back through the bowl just with the single now. But I think what I'm probably gonna do is I'm just gonna see if I can call Dr. Grabow and see if they still sell that stem, or instead I'm gonna buy a custom cut, or not a custom cut, a vulcanite stem online that I can like sand down to like what I need and whatnot. There we go. And it's still coming through a little bit dirty once you use Everclear for sure. Taking a look though. It's definitely a lot cleaner than it was, I can say that for sure. But I think the red that's coming off is literally coming from the wood. I think that is literally coming from the wood. And I think they might have used some sort of varnish on the inside or something like that kind of thing. They might have just dipped the entire pipe in varnish. So I think it's literally just the varnish coming off. So I think the pipe is pretty much clean now. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go ahead and, we're pretty far through my bag of pipe cleaners. I'm gonna go ahead and just grab a bunch more out. Just like that. And I'm just gonna use one more dry one, and then I think I'm gonna declare this pipe all good. And it's coming out pretty clean, so I'm gonna declare that all good now. And what I'm gonna do now is I'm gonna go and clean out the Dr. Grabow one as well, because that was just the Kaywoodie. I still need to clean out the Dr. Grabow one. So let's just take a look at how dirty this is just real quick. And just taking a look, there is a lot of blockage. Taking a look at the inside, we can see there's a lot of blockage in there. So there's a lot more to do with this one than with the, oh yeah, there's a lot of blockage. So what I'm gonna do first off is turn off my flashlight actually. And I'm gonna go ahead and just send a pipe cleaner through with some Everclear. There we go. Got some of that blockage. Oh wow, just chunks coming out, just pure black and just chunks coming out. And we can already tell that is a little bit better than it was. Definitely a little bit better than it was. Still not great though. Let's keep at it. Definitely it's a lot easier to clean just the wood itself rather than the vulcanite stem. The vulcanite stem, I'm trying to figure out if it's just because it's vulcanite, excuse me, or if it's because it's just so dirty. Probably a combination of both. Probably a combination of both if I had to guess. And actually, I'm realizing I'm wasting a bunch of pipe stems, last couple ones. So I'm actually gonna organize these a bit and you start using the other side of the pipe stem as well to clean pipes. So I don't waste as many pipe cleaners. So I'm just gonna start doing that as well so I don't waste as many. Because I'm just realizing I'm being very wasteful with my pipe cleaners. Well, I already knew that, but I just realized unless I want to run out of pipe cleaners, I should probably start not being as wasteful. This one's definitely cleaning up a lot easier than the stem, for sure. It's cleaning up so much easier than the stem. Let's go ahead and do a little bit of this now. Oh, let's see. Just like that. Lots of gunk coming out though, for sure. Let's go ahead and keep doing this just for another couple moments. Just make sure I don't get any Everclear on the outside of the pipe. Got to make sure I don't get any on the varnish. It will take it straight off. Yeah, lots of gunk, lots of gunk. Not pretty, not pretty. Use this video as a PSA to clean out your pipes. Highly recommend doing that. But it's definitely getting cleaner. I can definitely tell. Like, it's definitely a lot better than it was. Like, this is like the first one I sent through, and this is what it looks like now. It's just brown now. So, much better. Let's go ahead and take a fresh pipe cleaner. Just get it just like that. Make sure that's, whoopsies. Make sure it's gonna fit. All right, yep, just like that. And go ahead and just dunk that in the Everclear. Whoopsies, oh no, I just got some on the varnish. Just get that wiped off very quickly. Very, very, very quickly. I think it's all good. I don't think I wiped any of the varnish off. I hope at least. Got just a little bit on the varnish. It's a $5 pipe. I'm not too worried about it if I get a little bit of the varnish off. I can always reapply some different varnish or something like that kind of thing. But I'd still prefer not to take any of the varnish off if I don't have to. But just using the folded over one, lots of, ooh, yeah. Lots of gunk coming out, lots. Let's go ahead and do that again. We're definitely making a dent in my Everclear now. It's definitely getting a little bit further down than not. Oh, chunk just went out right on me. I'm just gonna stand up real quick. There we go. Get all that gunk off me and whatnot. There's just gunk like all over the table I'm sitting at right now. I'm gonna have to blow all that off before I leave today, for sure. But just taking a look. And there's still definitely a lot of gunk on the inside of the pipe, but it's definitely better than it was for sure. It's definitely a lot better than it was. So I'm feeling good about making progress. Hopefully by the end of this video, this pipe, maybe not the stem, but the pipe itself, hopefully will be smokable. So I'm learning a lot though. Bristle, you definitely want bristles, and you definitely want like multiple packs of pipe cleaners. Definitely, that's just a requirement. Yuck. Glad I had a cigarette a little bit ago. I really needed one. Headlamp would be a good idea as well. I think I'm gonna use dry one now. Dry one's still coming through a little bit dirty. It's not too bad by any means. Just like that. Still a lot of gunk coming out even when dry, but It is looking so much better than it was. So much better. It is looking a lot better. You know, I can totally see why somebody might just use a Dremel with sandpaper on the inside of one of these instead of just going through all of the process that I'm going through right now. I totally see why somebody might just do that. Makes total sense. Oh, there we go. Really making progress. Now, I didn't realize, but one of these like 2 ones can actually go through the hole. That's just how much gunk was in there. That it wouldn't even fit through at first. Ah, that's gross. That's so disgusting. But now, oh man, this is looking so much better now. Let's take a look through that. That is looking so much better now. We can actually see through that now. Wow, that is looking a lot better, frankly put. Yeah, I can definitely still tell there's a lot of tar and stuff in there still, but we're clearing it out. We're clearing it out. Very cool, very cool. Making progress. I guess one thing I really should have done research about before this video is, excuse me, is when to kind of just give up. Or not give up per se, that's the wrong, when to just accept that, okay, this is as clean as it's gonna get. It's a used pipe, it's clean, but it's not new clean. Like, I wonder when that point is. I don't think I'm at this point with this pipe yet. I'm at that point with the Kaywoodie for sure. But like the Kaywoodie, I feel like I could totally smoke out of like right now. Like once the Everclear dries, and I'm gonna give it a couple days to kind of dry before I smoke out of it. But I'm feeling like the Kaywoodie is all good to smoke out of. I'm just gonna brush the inside of the pipe with a little bit of Everclear as well. I'm gonna do that. But yuck. The Dr. Grabow definitely not at that point yet. I'm glad I'm not trying to aesthetically restore these today either. Shove that all the way through. Do a little bit of a twirling motion, you know? Just like that. Actually, just looking in the pipe, I think we might not even be all the way through the cake. No, probably like almost there, but I don't even know if we're, wow. Well, this is my first ever time trying to clean a pipe or anything like that. Wow, okay. I think honestly, I'm gonna give myself another like 5 to 10 minutes, and then after that, I'm gonna be done trying to clean this pipe for the moment. I'm just glad I got my Kaywoodie done. Got the Kaywoodie all done. That's all clean kind of thing. I got like one more thing I wanna do, and I just kinda wanna brush the interior of the pipe with a little bit of Everclear. But I think I'm gonna have to give up on the Dr. Grabow for the moment. A pipe shop near me closes in like an hour, so I think I'm gonna give myself like another 5 minutes, and I'm gonna go get some bristle pipe cleaners and stuff, and Then after that, I'm gonna go ahead and go home and continue cleaning this pipe. Wow. Yeah, that is, this pipe, literally, I don't think this pipe ever got cleaned. That's just how they used to be used though. I think I definitely need to ream this pipe a little bit more than I thought, because now that I've like actually cleaned out some of the bottom of the pipe, it just looks like it needs to be reamed more. Now that I can actually see where the actual hole is and whatnot, the hole is, yeah, it definitely looks like this needs to be reamed more, so. Excuse me. I've definitely got a little bit more work for this pipe right here. My goodness. My goodness, y'all. The Dr. Grabow Royal Duke that I got for $5. Disgusting. So gross. So gross. I'm looking forward to smoking out of it after it's like fully cleaned. But I'm gonna have to look up just like, I think the point when you're supposed to give up is like when the stuff is coming out clean, but like honestly, I don't think this is ever gonna come out clean. And I don't think I dipped this one in Everclear if I remember correctly. So yeah, giving myself 3 more minutes now. My God. Oh my goodness. A little bit of Everclear. I mean, like, it's a lot better than it was. It is so much better than it was, as we can tell. It is a lot better than it was, but still not great. Still not great by any means. Yeah, that is still, like, I need a reamer, like, no joke, for the inside of this pipe. Like, literally, there are just, I'm looking at it, and there's literally just layers. You know what? I'm not even gonna give myself another 3 minutes. This is not getting clean today at all. This is gonna take a lot more work. This is gonna take a lot more work, a lot more time. I'm gonna give up on the Dr. Grabow for the moment. And I'm gonna leave that for another day. I am, real quick though, gonna run a dry pipe cleaner through it just to soak up some of the Everclear and whatnot, just so it doesn't drip everywhere and smell really bad and everything like that kind of thing. So I'm just gonna go ahead and do that real quick. But there goes a helicopter. That's a little bit loud. Little bit loud. Little bit loud. I don't even see the helicopter. That's quite loud if I do say so myself. I think the final thing I want to do though is I want to go ahead and just get a little bit of a layer of Everclear on the inside of the Kaywoodie, and then after that, I think I want to go ahead and kind of wipe it down with a paper towel. So let's go ahead and get a little bit of a piece of paper towel off real quick. I'm just gonna rip this up just a little bit, more so than not. I think I should be able to just stick in there, kind of thing. So what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna take this, I'm just gonna dip it in there just like that. Give it a little bit more. Just dab that. And what I'm gonna do is I'm now going to kind of just brush the inside of the pipe with the Everclear soaked pipe cleaner. Make sure it's kind of all wet. And what I'm gonna do now is I'm going to fold this over and I'm just gonna stick it in there just like that. Oh, that just went right through. So just gotta clean it out just a little bit more. It's definitely looking a little bit better now. Just going to take another piece of this. Just like that. And there's some more red coming out. I think it's literally stained on the inside too. That's odd. A little bit more wetness on the bottom. Going to just rip off a little bit of a piece of this that's not dirty. I'm just going to put that down there. If I can, it's not really reaching very well. There we go. And the inside of this pipe is now looking a little bit better than not as well. So just clean that out with a little bit of Everclear. This definitely still has a little bit of cake on the inside of the pipe, I can say for sure. But it's nothing too significant. I'm not really worried about it. Taking a look through the pipe, we can see it's pretty much clean. And getting that brightness up just so I can see myself. Yeah, I'm gonna call that a success on the Kaywoodie and a fail on the Dr. Grabow. Dr. Grabow needs a lot more work than I expected. It needs a lot more work than I expected, to say the least. This, to say the least though, has been a very educational experience. I am done cleaning the pipes though. It has been an hour and a half. I am done. I am so done. I certainly hope you guys have enjoyed watching this video though. It's been a lot of fun to make. It's definitely been a lot of, it's definitely been a very educational experience for me, for sure. Very, very, very educational experience for me. I have learned a lot today about making sure I clean my pipes and making sure I don't let them get this bad, because I'm sitting here for 40 minutes trying to clean out a pipe and it's not working. Like my pipes that I clean out, it's like 5 minutes max. And that's with Everclear. That's with like 20 sessions kind of thing. But yeah, I'm glad the Kaywoodie was more lightly used than the Dr. Grabow because it made it a lot easier to clean, to say the least. The stem is fully clean. I'd have to say the pipe, it is cleaner than not kind of thing. And I think, honestly, I could just smoke it out of this like this. I'm going to try to figure out how to fix this stem as well. But I think I could smoke out of it kind of from an angle if I really need to. I'm not really terribly worried about it. But look forward to smoking out of this pipe in the future. And whenever I get the Dr. Grabow cleaned out as well, I'm looking forward to smoking out of this pipe as well. Might have not been able to fully clean this pipe in today's video, but I cleaned it out a little bit more so than not. So, not clickbait, not clickbait. The title of this video is not fully cleaning 1970s Garage Sale Briar Pipes with Everclear. It's just cleaning. And I cleaned it. I just didn't fully clean it. Fully cleaned the Kaywoodie, not fully cleaned the Dr. Grabow. Well, as a whole though, I have enjoyed making today's video a lot more so than not. It's been a very educational experience as said, and a very interesting experience at that. I think I'm gonna go buy some more pipe cleaners and I think I'm gonna go enjoy the rest of my day. I think that's pretty much all I had to do in today's video. I think that's pretty much all I had to say. Was there anything else I wanted to say? This pipe reamer kit I just got off of Amazon. Worked great, fantastic. In all honesty, it worked great. Can't complain about that. The Everclear worked fantastic. Definitely pipe cleaners need some bristle ones. And these pipes, they're looking like they're gonna be good to smoke out of whenever I do get the opportunity to smoke out of them. Let me just put it that way kind of thing. Well, I think that's all I had to say. I think that's all I had to do in today's video. I certainly hope you guys have enjoyed watching today's video. If you guys have enjoyed watching today's video, of course, please make sure to like and subscribe for more content. I have my Instagram, my book, my merch, my P.O. box, and my second channel, all in the description down below. Go check it all out. But, you know, thank you so much for watching this video, y'all. To the next one. Oh yeah, one thing I forgot to say. If you guys have any tips for how to clean out briar pipes or just pipes in general, smoking pipes, that is, let me know in the comments down below. I've heard there's like a salt and alcohol method kind of thing. I wasn't gonna mess with that with these pipes or anything like that kind of thing. I'm not that worried about it. If you guys have any tips on cleaning out pipes and everything like that kind of thing, leave them in the comments down below. Leave them in the comments down below. So the next one, y'all, though, stay safe and peace and have a great one. Yes, sir, you know what I'm saying?